Hello and welcome. I'm Judy Keating of Wise Transformation. And as you know, we have an upcoming event on the spring equinox for it's called Your Authentic Heart. And I am so honored to introduce you to Jill Marie Chesrow. She is a multi-modality intuitive energy practitioner, teacher, and guide who supports people in reconnecting with their inner truth and natural state of alignment. Blending light language, frequency work, and intuitive guidance, Jill helps dissolve energetic blocks and activates higher awareness in a grounded, accessible way. Her work is devoted into heart-led living, where clarity, trust, and self-connection naturally emerge. Jill's sessions create a safe, supportive space for deep inner realignment, allowing participants to reconnect with their own wisdom and experience greater harmony, vitality, and well-being. So before I turn it over to Jill, I just wanted to let you know that Jill and I have done work together in the last year, and it has been my enormous pleasure to see her brilliance, her heart, and her willingness to go directions other people won't. I just really admire that about Jill. Jill, welcome.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you. And it has been amazing going on this journey with you.
So, with our Authentic Heart event, um, can you give us sort of a picture of your journey as a healer?
Yeah. So in the early 90s, I was in nursing school and we had the opportunity to take a weekend class with two of the instructors that we kind of said behind their back they were white witches. They
Mm,
just gave out such beautiful energy. Some of the instructors were not very warm and fuzzy, but these two women were incredible. And I was in my early 20s, so not very aware, I think, of how dynamic this universe is. But I just knew that these women had great energy. So when I found out that they were teaching a weekend class, I was just like, oh, I want to see what it's about. And it ended up being about therapeutic touch.
mm,
Well, I was very in the tradition, the traditional mindset of nursing, and this is what it is, and this is what it looks like. And during that weekend course, I felt my cells come alive. I mean,
mm,
I just felt an energy that I had, maybe touched on here or there, but never really understood what it was, or maybe kind of brushed it off right away. So in this weekend course, I was just filled with so much love and just amazing. So weekend was over, I worked a little bit with the therapeutic touch and it just didn't really go anywhere for me. So I went right back into the traditional nursing model. I graduated from nursing school and I worked in that field for 14 years. Turns out I have a genetic eye disorder that runs in our family. We didn't know I had it. My brother does, and my mom. But my vision started to get bad. So I was already disillusioned a little with nursing anyway, but my vision was making nursing very difficult. It's
mm,
similar to macular degeneration.
mhm,
It's different, but the end result is very similar. So I said this prayer to the universe, and I say universe, but it was the God of my understanding at the time.
mhm,
And I
mhm,
said, what can I do in the world where I'm still helping people, but my vision's not an issue? Because I
mm,
was really having a hard time drawing up meds and, couldn't even take a blood pressure without reading the instruments. So it was like a week later. I was a creative memory consultant on the side, and I was
mm.
having an event. And one of the ladies, she was a friend, but, a customer, she was talking about her super weird sister who was into something so weird called Reiki.
Ah,
And she was trying to explain it to everyone at the table, and the women that were there were just like, "Oh, that sounds so weird." And I like leaned way in, and I was like, tell me more," because I felt that aliveness I did at that weekend seminar with the nursing instructors. So anyway, I'm like, I have to meet your sister. So I met her sister. She gave me a Reiki session. She introduced me to her Reiki teacher. So I just knew. I'm like,
Mm,
I told my
mm,
husband, I'm like, I have to do this. Like, this is the answer to my prayers. So I did my Reiki training, and then right away also got initiated into, that's not the word they use, it's just my word, into reconnective healing and the reconnection.
mhm,
And my whole life just changed so much. That was in 2006. So I officially left nursing in 2008, and then
mhm,
I just became, I say, a full-time practitioner. I'm a little bit more of a hobby practitioner.
mhm,
I don't like have to meet a quota, but it's
mm.
my passion work and it's what I love doing, and I'm thankful that I get to do it almost every day.
Wow. Thank you for that. That's incredible.
So
So, why do you believe that we're meant to express authentically from the heart?
I believe that this is what our souls came here to do.
Mm,
And in the heart is the gateway to the soul. If we
mm,
look at it from the chakra standpoint, it's midway between the upper and lower chakras.
mhm,
And when we are coming from our heart space, then that's where our authentic essence could emit from. Not that that's an easy thing for some people. It's not. There's boatload of reasons why that might be, but something so incredibly natural as our true essence is really, really ready to be expressed. And I believe that's, people's life purpose. And they can look so many different ways, but the essence of the life purpose is expressing from your true essence, which comes from your heart.
mm. Beautiful. I've never heard it said that way. It's wonderful. So, what will you be sharing at our interactive healing event?
I'm so excited. So I kind of left this out in my little healing story. So
Mhm,
after the Reiki and reconnective healing and frequency work, I went into body code, emotion code, and some other aspects of it. But then I started channeling light language or language of light.
mhm,
Um, and like I was already weird among healing work can be weird to mainstream. But even then within that healing community, channeling light language at the time, this was around 2010, that was weird to that
mm,
group of already weird people. So I kind of kept it on the down low a little bit. But it is such an amazing energy frequency. And now it's a little bit more common
mhm,
with a lot of people are channeling it. I believe everybody um, in some way, shape, or form, either channeling it by speaking it, writing it, signing it, moving it. I think it touches us all in some way, maybe even in ways that people don't know. But I will be doing a light language attunement based on the collective energy of what you've created
mhm,
with the energy of your event, and then with the people that come to it, and then a collective of all the practitioners. It's just a beautiful energy that's going to be shared. So
mm.
I'm excited.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm excited too. You know, interviewing these practitioners and healers is such an honor, and I just feel like I'm coming home, and that's why this event is so essential. Um, so, for people who may not have an opening for their heart, or their heart may feel kind of guided, what hints or tips would you give about how people can lead from their heart?
Yeah, there's so many tools available on YouTube, EFT and stuff, but to me, the really bottom line that is free is just to sit, place your hands on your heart, and just really pull your energy back,
Mm,
connect to the above and the below, whatever that looks like for you. And even if connecting to the above and below isn't in your vocabulary at the moment, just connecting to your heart and then listening. And you might not hear anything. You might not feel anything. It just doesn't matter, but giving yourself the time and the space to just sit,
Mhm.
it will eventually start opening up. And then, like, I'm getting the visual right now of healing hands melting any walls or any protective barriers that did serve at one time. I am
Mhm.
not saying
Mhm.
a heart wall doesn't serve at all or having a closed heart doesn't serve, because it does until it doesn't. But I
Mhm.
feel like the invitation now is to really let people know that there's community, there's support available for that safety to start letting the walls come down or the that almost like ice start to
Mm.
melt.
Mm. Just makes me relax when you talk about it. It's
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
such beautiful energy.
So, you obviously have many different dimensional things that you offer. So, if people wanted to get in touch with you and maybe book a private session or do some other work with you, how would they get in touch with you?
My website is elementsofmastery.com, and there's a contact form on there. I don't have listed on there that I do free discovery sessions anymore. Just it wasn't serving me well.
Mhm.
But if anybody has any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. So,
Oh, beautiful.
I want people to feel comfortable before they ever make a choice of investing money into somebody's training. So I have no problems connecting with people ahead of time to see if we're a match.
I so appreciate that. Well, Jill, we are so looking forward to having you at our event, and Sunday is going to be an incredible day, and Jill is kicking us off. So she'll be the very first presentation.
So
So
exciting.
get registered because aren't these facilitators amazing? You got to join us. See you
I hope to
soon.
see you there.